Good morning. So I'm making some tea. I just found this organic peppermint herbal tea. Yes, please. So I'm standing in the kitchen right now and I'm about to show you exactly what I can see right in front of me. Literally. So a quick rundown on how we actually got here. It was crazy. So we left our last place in Krabi, Thailand. We took a 2.5 hour bus ride to Phuket. We got to Phuket airport and that was around 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and our flight was at 9. But then our flight was delayed 3 times, so we actually didn't leave for another 3 hours. We left just after midnight. That's on Thursday night. Then we caught the plane to then go to Kuala Lumpur, and we got there. It was only like an hour and a half flight, so that was really easy. We got there around 3 o'clock in the morning, and we had to sleep overnight until our next plane, which was at 9 o'clock. So we found like a bench. If you have me on Instagram, I'm sure you would have seen our lovely bench we slept on overnight. And yeah, we had the most broken sleep over that time that we were waiting because it was so uncomfortable and we couldn't find places to sleep, and we was constantly waking up because there was people there. So we're running on like no sleep, but whatever. The next plane to take us to Manila airport in the Philippines was at 9, and we went to board that plane, and as soon as we were boarding, we were the last people to get on. As soon as we got to walk on, we were told that we actually couldn't go on unless we had a ticket out of the Philippines. And because we had just been traveling month by month and just going place by place, we actually haven't planned ahead like that because we were just going to book it when it came to the time. We pretty much denied access onto the plane unless we had a ticket out of the Philippines. So right there and then the plane was already late because it was delayed as well. We quickly tried to book a ticket out of Manila, but when we were doing that, confirmation codes were needed by banks, and of course confirmation codes get sent to your mobile number, but because we're in a different country, our Australian numbers weren't working, so we couldn't get the confirmation code. So it was all just like a massive disaster, like seconds before getting onto the plane, and we were holding up that plane for so long, and we ended up not being able to book a flight, so we had to miss that flight on purpose. And then we were like, fuck, like, are we just gonna go home, like, or are we gonna try and get around this? And we found out there was a penalty that you could pay for missing your flight, and then luckily there was another one at 11 o'clock, so we like paid, I think it was 150 or something for 2 tickets, with the penalty, but then to be exchanged onto the next flight. We booked that in like a matter of seconds. We had to hurry to get to the next flight, and luckily we were allowed on. But the cool thing was the plane was huge. It was so big, so it was like smooth as, and there was like no one even on that plane. I had a whole row to myself, and there was so many empty seats, so it was really easy. So we arrived in Manila at around 3 o'clock p.m. here on a Friday, and then catching anything out of the airport. If you've ever been to the Philippines, you will know how fucking hectic it is. I'm gonna say it's 10 times worse than Bali. Like, it's the worst time ever, and the traffic was banked up so much. Like, to get from Manila to our hotel, which was in the city, I'm pretty sure it was only like 10 k's or something. It took 3 hours in a taxi. So once we got to our hotel, we checked in, and then we went for dinner because we were starving hungry. We actually hadn't eaten like that entire day because we were just traveling and sleeping. So once we had dinner, we came back and we slept, woke up the next morning, had breakfast, and then we checked out around 12. So we needed to get a bus from Manila city to a place around here called Batangas. And we didn't know how to do that, and of course, like, no one knows, because when you're in the city, it is like, just imagine like Perth city times 10 if you're from Perth. If you're not from Perth, imagine your own city, times it by 10, and just add lots of traffic and lots of people, and it's hectic. We actually trekked around the city for 2 hours holding all of our luggage, and it was hot. We didn't know where we were going. We did like 2 loops of the city, like just doing literal loops because people didn't know where to direct us, and we were just doing what they said and ended up nowhere. So then we ended up on the side of the road and we're like, fuck this, we're calling an Uber because we're not walking anymore. And we found a bus that we hoped could go to the place we needed to go. So we jumped on the Uber, took us to the bus, and we just walked onto the bus, and then we were all good. So it's like, if I had have done that when we left the hotel, we would have saved 2 hours of trekking. But nonetheless, it really wasn't that bad. It was definitely an experience, but we got on the bus and it was really cool. People like walk up and down the aisles and they just sell you shit like the entire time, like peanuts, like warm roasted salty peanuts, and fruit and water, and it's actually really cool. We're sitting right at the back, so we were higher than everyone else and we could see like out the window, and it was just nice. It was a 3-hour bus ride, I believe. I slept parts of it because I was just feeling car sick. Like travel makes me a little bit nauseous. So then we got off the bus at Batangas, yeah, it's a really hard word. Then had to catch like a taxi. It's called a jeepney. It's like this really long like metal silver taxi car that they squish like up to 30 people into. It's fucking crazy, and we were just crammed. Once again, traffic was hectic, so we were stuck in this little hot box for probably a good hour, and then that dropped us off to Mabini, which is the place here, like the area around here. So then we had to catch a tricycle 15 minutes up the road to this place. So we literally took like every mode of transport possible to get to here. It took 2 days. So yeah, we left our old place Thursday evening. We got here Sunday night. So yeah, it was exhausting, but it was definitely an experience, and it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It was just long and tiring and hot and whatever. But now we're here and it's totally worth it because I did not expect the views to be this amazing, and I also did not expect the beach below us to be crystal clear, and it literally is. Like I can see the coral for like 100 meters into the beach from where I'm standing, and we're above the beach. So it's really, really crazy, but I'm really excited to show you guys. So I did want to share with you that story because I haven't actually had like an in-depth chat with anyone on my YouTube for like so long, and I've missed making videos, so I definitely wanted to fill you in on that. But now I'm going to show you where we're staying and why trekking here for 2 days was totally worth it. Oh, what the hell, bug. So last night we found the place. It was actually really hard to find, but we managed to do it. You walk down all of these like stairs in the forest, in the jungle. It's fucking amazing. And then this is the entrance here. So it's cute as. So you just walk through, and then this is what you're looking at. So this is the top view. Oh my god, another bug just followed me. How pretty is this? Here's like a little like courtyard. There's 2 seats that you can put out there and just chill out. It's all private, so no one can see in here. You go downstairs and that's where everything else is, but this is the view literally as you walk in. This is the balcony from the bedroom, and this is the view from the bedroom. And remember when I said it was crystal clear? Look at that. Like that's all coral and it's all crystal clear out until there. Like, oh my gosh. This is our bed. It's got like 2 sliding doors that just come across. Obviously the bed's fucking not made, but this is real life, guys. This is a window out, so that's the entrance there. They have a fan, and there's also an aircon. The cool thing I was most excited about was all of the books that she's got here, because she being the lady who owns this Airbnb, because she's real cool, man, and she's got like sick enlightening books. So we were reading a book last night. I got my Stitches, my burr. I've had him forever, so all my shit. all this kind of stuff. This is the bathroom, and the toilet, stained glass everywhere. The shower is there, and then here the windows, just they're like, oh, this reminds me of like, I can imagine what Italy would look like, which is somewhere I've wanted to go forever. This is the book that we were reading last night, The Unbearable Lightness of Being. Dope. So let's just pretend like you're laying here in this bed right now, and this is the view that you get when you wake up. So yeah, now you can see why I'm obsessed. And the really cool part is that we get sunset over the waters here, so at night time it just looks insane. So now we're going to go back down to the kitchen. Here to the side there is another gate out, because if you go down those stairs, whoops, you can go to the beach and the restaurants. So here is the kitchen area as we're walking down, and I love these, my god. So this is the kitchen, and it's really colourful. It's pretty basic. There's a tree that's like living in the house, and love that. There's actually a washing machine here, which I gather we can use. There's also an outdoor shower, which is amazing for like when we come back from the beach and stuff. So there's this room here. Open up these, sliding doors the same. And then it's just a chill out zone. There's another fan. There's all these pillows and bed, like it's just chill. That area. This is what it looks like from the front. Wow, I actually didn't realise how nice this looks with the door shut. But it has a tiny little balcony out there too, so yeah, you can open the doors up and let the fresh air in. There's this area here, which I can totally see myself sitting there with a laptop, doing my readings, because I don't know, I love that area. It's really cute and it's got a sick view. And then in here is the other bathroom, and there's a toilet, more colours, more stained glass. Oh wow, you can open those windows, I just realised. Basin, and then there's a shower head on top, and then yeah, same thing, you can open these windows, and then that's what you're dealing with. Hell fucking yeah. And that's what's below us. Nice, hey? So then, yeah, walk out of this room, back to the kitchen view. That's our bedroom up there, the kitchen, and yeah, that's literally the place. So yeah, I mean that's the house tour. It's an Airbnb, it's not a hotel or anything. So we have been staying in Airbnbs for the really majority of the trip. Airbnb is so cheap, and you get to like live in people's houses and experience like how you would actually live. And because we're staying in places like month at a time, you want it to be as like comfortable as possible without having to be all fancy and have people running after you. So it's so quiet here. There's literally like, I can hear dogs barking, boats that go across every now and again, and roosters, and like that's it. So I'm going to end the vlog here because I've been chatting a lot and you've seen all you need to see for this point. Please, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then please do so. I would love to have you on my channel. Also, add me on Instagram because I'm on there daily. You'll see my stories daily. You see shit live. But other than that, I'm going to go have breakfast now and then probably head down to the beach because it looks... I just lost my words.
I don't know, my bloke.
Fuck off, you're not plugging yourself. Anyway guys, I'm out. Bye. I wanted to show you for reals what I meant by the clear water.